sir. My name is Vijay Arun. I just wanted to ask a question regarding funding, basically, for Sanskrit studies. If you notice, most of the Sanskrit universities, one of the common themes which I'm seeing is everybody is looking for funding, and that's the case with the Madras Sanskrit College as well. If you go to their website, they say that we are only partly funded, but we still need about 42 lakhs to run our operations. So this is probably the case for many Sanskrit universities which are there. Is this a reason why our scholars are not able to respond with a lot of confidence? They are more worried about survival rather than actually responding to the Western Indologists. That's one of my questions.
I'll partly answer that, and then of course leave it to Mr. Rajiv Malhotra to answer the rest of the... As far as the funding is concerned, I think no university will now come forward and say that we have all the funds. None of them. Whether it is the state or the center, no university gets the kind of funds which asked for. So that is not the issue at all. As far as Sanskrit college, Madras Sanskrit College is concerned, it's a separate issue. It's actually a privately funded institution. It used to get some funds from the government of India. Then they chose to opt out of a particular scheme because they found that some of the conditions of the scheme were not conducive to their working. Therefore, they decided to opt out. Now, we are trying to see whether some of these institutions which are turning out excellent work can be helped by some relaxation or rereading of the conditions of the grant, etc. So that is a different issue altogether. They are a privately funded private institution, therefore they have some extra difficulty. That's the reason why they are suffering. The rest of it, of course, why they are not doing anything at all. Mr. Rajiv Malhotra, leave aside the funding part of it. What are they doing to understand the threat and answer it or try and do something about it is something which Rajiv Malhotra will answer.
Yeah, thank you. So I have explained in this book why the traditional silence. And I've explained lack of language skills, lack of understanding the idiom and Western thought, and the brightest ones are often picked up and taken overseas and brainwashed. And then the dependency on foreign adhikar to stamp us approval, kind of inferiority complex, not being confident enough. I've cited a lot of reasons. I've got several pages on why there is no home team. Why is there no traditional Sanskrit home team right now? Why doesn't it exist? And I also see a certain arrogance. Okay, a very prominent traditional person in the Bangalore area, very upset. We actually wanted to honor him and invite him as a chief guest. Very dismissive of my work, saying who is he, what is he doing, almost like I'm stepping on his turf. There's also that turf jealousy. So my point is that, listen, I would love to have you do the Purv Paksh. In all these 30 years, you've not written a single thing which is a critique of Western Indology. I would love that. My whole purpose is to hand over this project to people like you, so I can finally go back and retire, because I'm already 65 plus and I'm working all this day and night. I need to retire. I need people like you to take over. So it's not like I'm stepping on your turf. I have no ambition to take over anybody's position. But don't feel jealous about it. I'm taking the risk, sticking my neck out, working hard, doing the best I can. And maybe you're better than me, which is exactly why I wrote this, so that you can take it forward. So there is also that kind of, jealousy or feeling that threatened, that why is this guy coming, who is he to tell us all these things about our own shortcomings. So it's a multifaceted problem, and this book is going to trigger a lot of discussion and debate, which is very good. And that way, new things will come. Thank you. Individual. Because you may come from poor parents and make it rich. You may come from rich parents and be poor. Doesn't matter. It's your personal situation that should count. And then we'll get rid of the caste system if we were to do that. Secondly, the Akhand Bharat, I'm against that Akhand Bharat idea.